student, if you have just opened this video to learn Scratch from beginning, then you are on the correct video, because I will be explaining in all the Scratch video series each and everything about Scratch, what this platform is all about, how we can use it effectively, how you can create different animations, stories and everything in this. So I will be explaining each and every block with the help of some little project, okay, some activities. So you can also work together with me. Just play the video, learn the concept, see how I perform the activity, and then along with me you can also perform the activity. At the last of the video, I will also be uploading an assignment for you, so you can go for it and have a practice on that topic. So I hope you will like this video series, and if you have any doubt, then you can post in the comment section below. I would love to help you out. Let's learn coding with the help of Scratch. So if you're completely new to this Scratch programming, you can see you have option here, that is join Scratch and sign in, right? So if you are new to Scratch coding, then you will be obviously joining the Scratch, making your account. And if you already have an account, you can sign in. So it is scratch.com. All right. So let's say how to make the account on Scratch. So first you need to click on join Scratch. You need to give some name. Let's say I'll give my name Jigyasa test. Okay, and I will create the password jigyasa. Okay, it won't accept, so let's give a password purple 123 purple 123. Okay, so now next you need to select the country you are from, India or whichever country you are. I'm from India, so I'll just select this. Just select when you were born. Okay, I'm just selecting my birth date. Or let's select your birth date. Maybe if you're born in 2008, just select it. If you're born in 2017, just select it, whatever you want to. So just select that. Select the female, male, whatever gender you have. Then next, and then just enter your email address. Okay. So after entering it, just click on create your account. So after entering your email address, you will be getting a message like this. So I hope you got the correct URL, that is scratch.mit.edu. Okay, then after entering that, what you need to do is you need to just click on get started, and from your email you need to verify your account. Okay, so that's how your account will be created. You can see what name I entered as a username, that is coming over here. All right, so after creating your account, what you will be doing, you'll be clicking on the create. So you need to confirm your email before that. Okay, that's how you'll be entering to the platform. So it's creating a project for us. All right, so now I'm going to explain you how this platform is divided into different parts, and different part of the platform has different uses. Okay, so just pay attention clearly. So you can see this platform is divided into three parts. This is the left panel, this is the middle panel, and this is the right panel. All right, so on the left panel you can see there are different kinds of blocks, right? And in the middle, what is there? This is the complete empty space. Okay, so this is called as the code area, where you will be talking to the computer. Now how you will be talking to the computer? See, just like you talk to a human being, right? You just give them commands. Yeah, you tell them go here, do this, do that. So that's how you need to give commands to the computer, and that is exactly called as coding, giving commands to the computer in step-by-step manner, so that what it will be doing, it will be performing that task for you, right? So what you need to do is you need to just take the block like this. You need to follow drag and drop approach for doing coding on Scratch. This is dragging, okay, and dropping. So how to do it, some kids don't understand it, so how to do it, I'm going to teach you that also. So you need to click on the mouse, left click, okay, while you are holding it, and then while you are holding it with one click on that, just use your other finger and just move it like this, and just leave the click and that also. Okay, then it will be dragged and dropped. So that's how you can drag and drop and just stick out all these blocks and talk to the computer over here on the coding area. So this is what, this is the blocks by which you'll be doing. Okay, so now you can see there is a third panel, that is the right panel. This is called as the output area. Here, whatever you will be performing on the coding, whatever commands you are giving to the computer, here you can see performing them, right? So this is the area where you can see the output. All right. So I'll tell you one more thing here. You can see three different buttons over here, right? On the right hand side top. So this is calling switch to small stage. This will become small stage. Now, if you will click on this, this will become in this big shape. And if you will click on this, you can see it in the full screen mode. Okay, just click back and you will be out of this. All right, so this white area is called as stage. I'm again repeating what it is called as the stage. Now you can see on stage something is there. So this is called as the scratch cat. Okay, so scratch cat will always be there whenever you open any project. It's the default. All right, so anything on the stage, anything means it is non-living, living, any creature you make on the stage, that will be called as a sprite. So I hope you got it. What is stage? What is sprite, right? So this is sprite over here. Now you can see if you want to delete this sprite, how to delete it. You will click on this button, right? Below the stage, you can see I've selected the sprite, and then if I click on it, it will be deleted. Trash button. Okay. So that's how we delete the sprite. Now I'm going to tell you about this button. These buttons you can see, right? So if you press the green button, what it will do? It will just start the program. If you click on the red button, it will stop your program. Stop the whole script. Okay. So I hope this is clear. Now just come to this area. So this is sprite control area by which you can control your sprite. You can see, you can name your sprite, whatever sprite you take. You can give some position. Position is given by X and Y. I'll tell you later in different videos about this. You can make it show or you can make it invisible by selecting this. Okay, hide the sprite, show the sprite. You can change the size here. You will be entering the number. You can change the direction where it is facing, right? So now I hope this is clear. Now see, every stage, just like in schools or in like we see in movies, there's a stage, right? And artists are performing on it, or in school students are performing on it. So we have some kind of decoration over there, right? So right now there is no decoration. So what we will be doing, we put different backgrounds. So here in the scratch, it is called as the backdrop. So we'll click on it. You can see I'm not clicking on it. I have just put the mouse over there, cursor, and you can see it is allowing me to choose a backdrop in the first option. So when I click on it, you can see, we can see the different backdrops it offers. So there is a category. You can see the category: fantasy, music, sports, outdoors, indoors, space, underwater, pattern. So we can choose any one which you like. Okay. So for now, I am just choosing, let's say, I'm just choosing blue sky. Okay. So that's how we got on our stage what? A backdrop. Now, how to select a sprite and how to put a sprite, that I'm going to teach you. So we click over it and then same procedure. Okay, so just click on this and now you can see it offers a wide range of sprites. So whichever you want, you can select, right? So let's say we are selecting from the people. Let's select this ballerina. Okay, but don't you think the ballerina looks wrong sprite for this kind of backdrop? So yes, you need to learn these things also. That which sprite is suitable for which kind of backdrop or what theme will suit it. Okay, so yes, we need to change the backdrop. We'll go to here. Let's make her dance. So you can search also here, dance. So we get the spotlight, right? So that's how you can change your what? You can change your sprites, you can change your backdrop later on also, no problem in that. Okay, now you see we have a costume panel also here, right? You can see this ballerina has got different kinds of costumes, right? So here you can change the costumes. If you don't like any costume, you can delete it. If you want to add more costume, you can add from here, right? And you can see you can change the name of the costumes also, right? You can change the colors, you can do whatever you want. See, this is called as the paint area of scratch. So you can see we can make different shapes here. You can see I'm selecting square. I can make different, you can see here, because this is one sprite. So we are just creating in this. There we have got the eraser. You can erase it and then you can just select it. This is the select tool, right? So these are the different things made by Scratch. So we can just change it also, right? Then you have the brush. With the help of brush, you can draw something. With the help of bucket, you can fill the color, right? See, I can fill the color, whatever color I have selected in any shape, right? This is the color bucket. Then you can draw the straight line with the help of this tool. Yes. Then you have, this is reshaper. So you can reshape it. When you select with the help of this, you can reshape any shape, whatever you have created, right? Then I hope this is clear. And the text, if you want to add any text to your sprite, you can. So you can write welcome or something like that, right? Whatever you want. So if I want to undo all the changes, whatever I make, there is a, you can see there is a arrow. So I'll just click on it. Undo, 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 and undo, undo, undo. So I undo all the changes, right? So I hope you got this also. Yes. So if you select, let's say, if you select, let's go to the select tool. If you select this and you want to make copy of it, so you can click on the copy and you can paste it. So you get another sprite. So that's how you can copy also. Okay. So I'm just deleting it back with the help of delete. You can flip horizontal. That's what flip horizontal called. Okay. Horizontally it will flip. Your left becomes the right, right becomes the left. Then you can flip the vertical. Okay, I hope you got this also. So this is all about what? All about the paint editor of the Scratch. So I hope that is also clear. Now you can see, you can click on minus, okay, zoom in, zoom out, all these options we have. All right. So now let's go to the sound section. So from the sound section, you can add different sounds, whatever you want. So you click on the choose a sound, you get different sounds. See? You can play it and hear it. Okay, so I hope that is also clear. And here that will be selected, whatever you select here, right? You can change the name of the sound. Even you can record your own sound. See, we have an option here, upload a sound. So with the help of upload a sound, you can upload any sound. If you have in your computer, you can record your own sound with the help of this record. Okay, allow it, and then you can start recording by clicking on it first of all right? So I hope that is clear. Even if you have your own sprite, same way, you come here, you can upload your own sprite from your computer. If you want to make in the paint editor, you get this and you can make your own sprite there, right? Let's say if I change the color, I just take black color and you can see what I created, right? So this is my sprite, right? I want to delete it, I can delete it. Now, same way, you can paint your own backdrop. You can upload your own backdrop from the computer if you have, right? So, and this is the surprise button. So this will randomly give you any backdrop. This will randomly give you any sprite, right? So that's how. And same way for the sound, this surprise option gives randomly sounds. Okay, any random sound it will select for you. So I hope this is clear. For example, now let's say, suppose you have finished making a project. Now you want to save it. So first you will name it here. At the top you can see, let's say test 1 or class 1. So class 1 of Scratch. And then you can click on the file and then you can click on save now. Okay. So once you click on save now, this will be saved in your projects. Okay. So later on you can again open it. All right. Then we have the settings. You can change the language, color mode. This is original. This is high contrast. Right. So I don't like high contrast. I like the original. So I'm keeping that. Then you can see file, another options, load from your computer, save to your computer, edit, right? Restore the sprite, turn on the turbo mode. We have different modes over there. Okay, now let's start making it dance. Okay, first of all, let's again go back to the costumes because I have selected this one. I'm selecting this. I just wanted to stand normally. Okay, so I hope you understood how the Scratch platform worked. In this class, we studied how The Scratch platform is divided into three parts, and we also understood how to upload any sprite, how to add any background or backdrop to the stage area, what these areas are called. There are different blocks, motion, look, sound, different blocks by which you can perform different functions. Now in the next class, what I'm going to teach you, I'm going to teach you how this ballerina will dance. So it means I'll be teaching you about the motion block. Okay. So this is class number 2 of Scratch coding. So in this video, in this class, I'll be teaching you about the motion block completely. Okay. So in the previous class, we made this, we added a sprite called ballerina. We added this backdrop for dance. Okay. Now in this video, we'll be focusing on the motion completely. Okay. So if you want to make any sprite do something, motion means what? If you want your sprite to do dancing, to play, to run, to do any activity, any kind of motion. So you will be taking help of motion block in that. So in the motion block, you can see we have a move, we have turn block, we have two types of turn block. We have go to XY, we have glide, then glide this, two types of glide, point in direction, all these blocks we have, right? So one by one, I am going to teach you what is the function of each block. So just pay attention clearly, okay? So now see, first of all, if you want anything to happen, you need to click what? The green flag. So you will click on the events, and from here you will take out when the green flag is clicked, right? You are telling computer when your green flag is clicked, do whatever I attach with this block. Okay, so let's say you want to tell this sprite to move, right? So 10 steps. So if I click green, you see it moved. Again click. So it is moving, right? So I want it to, let's say, turn. So I will use turn command. So turn command is divided into two parts. How many? See, two types, sorry. So one is clockwise and one is anti-clockwise. Just like the clock moves, right? Same way, it will help you to move your sprite. So here the number of degrees you can change. You will see what it is. If I click on this, see what happened with it. It just turned 15 degree. If I say, let's say, I just use the opposite, what will happen? See, it will become normal because number is same, right? So it became normal. So if I click again, see what is happening. Yes. So 15 degree it is rotated. So we can change also, right? We can change this to 90, 180, whatever we want. So this is the turn command. Turn command is of two types. All right, now let's talk about this go to. So go to random position. This will make your sprite go to any random position. You see, whenever you are clicking, it is going to any random position. Now we have go to XY. Now what is XY? See, in our space, everything, every single thing is having a point in the space, right? If I say, let's say I'm having this pen. So where is the pen right now? Pen is right now on this point, right? So this point must be having some X and Y axis. Now what is X and Y axis? Let's understand. So I'll do one thing. I'll make you understand that in the paint editor. Okay, let's focus upon this. So this is called as the y-axis, that is the vertical axis. Let's say up and say sky. So just remember it, that's how. Okay, then this is x-axis. I hope you got it. This is x-axis and this is y-axis. So it starts from 0 from between. Okay, 0 is what? The origin. So the value of x and y at the middle point is 0, 0. That is x equals to 0, y equals to 0. How we say about it? That this point in the space is having value position 0, 0. That is x 0 and then y 0. Okay. So that's how we represent. How? X, comma, y. That's how we represent a point in the space. So it is also, you are going to study the same concept in your maths classes also. In science also somewhere it comes, right? So in the physics. So this is x and y. So here x and y is 0. That is called as the origin. Okay. Now if you talk about this x-axis, so if you go to this direction, it is positive. That's how it increased. 1, then the value is 2, then the value is 3, 4, 5, and it goes up to the 250 something, 240. Okay, and on the opposite direction, if you go, just like in number line we have in the maths, same way. So here it is -1. So if you go again, it will be -2, -3, -4, and up to what? Up to minus 240. So it is positive 240 and that is minus 240. It goes up to that. For the y-axis, it is 180. So 180, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it goes like this. From here, if you start 1, then 2, then 3, and so on. If you go to, it's 180 at the top, and if you go in the negative direction, go down. So it will be minus 180. Okay, so that's how it represents all the points in the scratch. So I'm going to delete this so that it is there. Okay, so now if it asks, let's say I am putting this here. Now you want the sprite to go to which position? In the origin, that is x0 and y0. So you will use this. Okay, so you will just put it like this. All right, so now if I click on this, it will go to that position. It came in between, right? So if you want to know which position is this, just keep your sprite here and you see the values changes. So it has got this. So now I'm just keeping it here because I have got the values in my go-to. Now just click this. It went there, right? If you want to know which point is this, just keep your sprite and get this position. It will be again automatically fetched by that. So if you put it here and just change that and see what happens, it will go to that position. Okay, so I hope you understood the function of go to xy. Now glide. What is glide? Glide to random position in just 1 second. Because I haven't changed here. Glide 1 second to random position. So it is gliding. Glide is the movement that is a very smooth movement. Unlike the go to will make it instantly. That is the difference between glide and go to. Okay, and glide will make it smoothly and it will take whatever seconds you give. Let's say 3 seconds, and now see what happens. It is slowly going, more slowly, because it will complete that motion in 3 seconds. So I hope that is also clear. Now glide to particular position. So I hope you understood this. Glide means again to xy position, whatever you give. Okay, and then point in direction. What is point in direction? So point in direction is basically, if I say, basically it is 4 kind of 90. Then let's talk about 0, and let's say next one, 4 direction, main direction 180. Let's select the other one also, that is -90. Okay, so if you want your sprite to face toward a particular direction, you will use point in direction. So that is 0. If you put 0, it will look up, right? So it will look up. If you use 90, point in direction 90, it will look right. So that is its right direction. So that's why you can understand with the help of any other sprite which exactly has the, let's take out the scratch cat. You will get it with the help of this easily. Okay, so going to the event again, taking for this. Now just see this. This is easy to understand on this. As you can see the face. So right now it is 0. If I click 0, it is looking up. Point in direction 0. If I make it 90, it will look right side. Okay. If I make it look down, it's 180. And if I make it look left, it is -90. Okay. So that's how it looks. Cool. Now, let's go there and just talk about the other. Point towards. Now, what is this point towards? Point towards will tell your sprite that it has to face towards or point towards what? We have here options. Either where your mouse is going, mouse pointer, either the ballerina means the other sprite, whatever the sprite. Let's say you have 3 sprites. So you can choose that this sprite will point towards which other sprites. So you'll just take this and so you can see where I pointed. my mouse. So for this, you need to use one more control block because you want it to always happen whenever you do it. So if you want anything to keep on repeating, you will take the forever block from the control block. Okay. So forever means keep on doing, keep on doing. Okay. So once click and keep on doing. So wherever my mouse is going, you can see this is pointing towards that, right? So that is the what? That is the use of this block. Okay. I click on the stop. So it got stopped. So now let's talk about the other block in this block. Change x by 10. So let's talk about this, what it is. Change x. Now I told you what is x? That is the horizontal line, right? On that you find the x position. So change x means it will move horizontally. First of all, I need to correct this. I'll correct this. Okay. Now see, change x means it will move 10 steps or whatever steps you want. So whenever I'm clicking, it is just changing the x position of sprite. Okay. Now if I talk about the change y, it will change the y position. I told you what is y, the vertical line, right? So in that direction it will move. So it is going up. If I write the minus, what will happen? It will do opposite of it. It is coming down, right? Same goes with the x. If you enter the positive value, it goes to the right. If you enter the negative value, it goes to the left. All right. So now let's talk about set x. Okay, set x, set y. It's set and change. There's a difference. Set will set it instantly to that particular, and change will do it again and again and again. Right? No matter where your x is, it will set it to this. So if I click on it, it will instantly do it. Let me just give it a, let's say 200. You see, instantly it set it down. And change means it will keep on adding. Like right now it is on standing on x equals to 10. So next will be 10 plus 10, 20, 20 plus 10, 30. That's how the change x by 10 goes. Okay. Now I hope this is clear. Now let's talk about the other block which are left, that is if on edge bounce. Now what is if on edge bounce? Let's suppose if your sprite reach towards the edge, so it should bounce back. Okay, so that's how it works. So it got bounced back, right? But it's what? It became upside down and you want it to properly rotate, right? From left to right. So we have another block says set rotation style left to right. So it has three modes. Either don't rotate, either all around, either left to right. So we want right now left to right. So it became correct, right? And you want, let's go again at the top, and you want it to move from left to right. So how will you make this motion? You use move. You are telling this cat to move, and then if you reach on the edge, just bounce back, and rotation should be correct. But everything should keep on doing. So we put it in forever. Now let's press this and see the motion. I'm going to make it big, and now left to right, it goes like that, right? So that's how it goes. I hope you learned in this class how to make any sprite do some motion, and we have learned left to right motion. So I have applied it on cat. You can apply it on anyone. Okay, just learn the block. Okay, now let's talk about the ballerina now. I hope now we can make this ballerina work. So I'm just going to delete, and before deleting, I'm doing smart work. I want the same code for this, so let's take it. Okay, let's throw everything like this. And okay, so we want ballerina to dance. Okay, so in the dance it needs to change the costume. Now learn about the costume also, how to change the costume. In the looks block we have what? We have a block says next costume. Okay, so we just use this, and or let's do it in a different event block, same. Okay, next costume, and let's play and see. You see, it changed, but it is doing so fast that we are not able to understand. So in the control block we have a wait blocks. Okay, and let's do it in the forever. Now let's stop and let's see. So with the wait, okay, Now it's doing, but weight is too much. So let's make it 0.4. Now see, it looks nice, but there is no sound, and without sound, I think anything is not interesting. So you can go to the sound block and attach the sound. Okay. So right now, I don't know whether you can hear the sound or not, but because of the recording of this class, it might not be there. But in your computer, you can try and making this ballerina project work. Don't forget to save your project by a proper name. Okay, dancing ballerina. So if you are able to make this, just make it and share me in the comments below if you understood this, if you understood about the motion block and this class too. And if you completed the class 2, you can go to the class 3. And yes, you can go and start with your looks block. I hope you understood. If you have any doubt, just post in the comment down below. So let's start with the class number 3. In this class, we will be covering about the looks block of the scratch. So what is looks block? See, with the help of looks block, you can change the appearances of the sprites. May it be a dog, may it be a cat, a person or anything. You can change the appearances. You can make them say something, think something, right? All these things you'll be able to do with the help of looks block. So let's have a look at it. So let's start with the looks block. So in the looks block, as you can see, we have say block, two say blocks and two think blocks. So first let's understand what the difference between these two blocks. Okay. So let's first stop this project which is playing by clicking on the red button on the right hand side. Now let's talk about what is this and what is this. So what is this say block telling? This say block will tell whatever you write here for this much seconds, okay? But this say block will keep on saying this, okay? It will not be for particular time period, okay? Unlike this. So that is the difference between two. So if I just go and let me just make a new project, file, new, and let me explain you here. So let's say this Tomcat, okay, is here and you wanted to say hello for 2 seconds. So just go to the events again, take this, click here. It's saying hello just for 2 seconds and then it stopped. If you just use on the other hand this and make it say hello. So just see, it's not going away, right? So that is the difference between two. So if you want something, your sprite to say for a particular time, you will use this, okay? Just like, how are you? I am fine, like this, right? Anything, whatever you want. If you wanted to say for, let's say, 4 seconds, just change it to 4 and let's see. How are you? I'm fine, like that, right? So that is the difference between this say blocks. Now think block will make a think bubble appear on the sprite, right? So that's the difference. That's how it looks. See the difference between the bubbles, right? That will make the think bubble, that will make the say bubble. All right. So now let's talk about the other blocks in the look block. You can see switch costume to particular costume. So as you can see, if you go to the costume of this sprite, this is having two costumes, right? Even you can change the costume of your sprite, right? So learn it from looks block. So how can you do it? Let's say I want to paint a very beautiful hat. So let's say the party hat. So I'm gonna increase the brightness like this to get different colors. So I'm going to make a party hat like this, right? So as you can see, we have a party hat on our cat. Yes, so this is now costume 1 and this is costume 2. I think now you will be able to differentiate. So when I click on what? On this, I want costume 1 to come up. So I click on this, costume 1 came up, right? So switch costume to any particular costume so you can use this block. Now next costume, no matter which costume it is, it will just switch to the next costume in the costume list, right? No matter what it is, not a particular one, just unlike that. Let's say this is there, right? So when you click on this, next costume, like this, right? So I hope you understood. Yeah. So that's how it works. Then switch backdrop to particular backdrop. So right now we are having, let's go to the backdrop list, no backdrop. So let's add one backdrop. Now go to the backdrop. Let's add one more backdrop here. Okay. So now, right now, you can see we have two backdrops, basically three. One is blank and others are two. So you can tell, again, select the sprite, switch backdrop to backdrop one. If you click on it, it is backdrop one is what? That is empty one. Now, if you just click on it, baseball, it will be baseball. If you select the circles, because we added one more circles, so that's how you can switch the backdrop to random also, previous also, next also. That's how random, any backdrop will appear, right? So that's how this block work. Then we have the next backdrop, that same as next costume, right? Whatever is in the list. Now let's talk about change size by 10. So change size means just like you studied about the change X and change Y block in the motion block, if you remember, same way. If it is right now, what it is the size? 100. So it will become 110. You see? 120, you see here, right? 130, whatever the size is, the 10, 10, 10 will be added to that. Okay? Now set size to 100%. So it will make to 100%. That is the default. Okay? You can change it over here. Set size means exactly set it like that. Change. Now I'm going to tell you about a very amazing thing about the scratch. So let's do it this way. Let's take it to the next part of the class, and in the next class you will be watching about the different effects which you can apply to your sprite. Okay, so that is class number 4. So if you have completed this, just go to the class number 4 and you will be watching in that different graphic effects which you can apply on your sprite. So now welcome to the class number 4. We will be studying about different graphic effects which you can apply in your project on your sprite. Okay, so that is in the looks block only. With the help of this block, you can apply different graphic effects. Color effect, fish eye effect, wheel effect, pixelate effect, mosaic effect, brightness, ghost. Just see, you can change the number, like how much effect you wanted to show. So if you can change the color, that's how it will be changed. Every time you want, let's say 25. So, there is a number. So there's a particular, I'll put a sheet over here. I'll put a proper sheet over here where you can see how the number vary. If it is 5, see what the color it becomes. If it is, let's say 15, what color it give you, right? If it is, let's say 25, what color it gives you. If it is, let's say 200, same, right? So from 0 to 200 it varies. If I put 70, see what color it become, right? So that's how it keeps on changing. So I'm putting a list over here. You can see and you can understand that's how the color code work in this color effect work. Now, if you want to change to the fish eye, just see. Let's first change the costume to understand in a better way. Okay. Now see. Fish eye, let me give it to 25% effect. So you see, this is what fish eye is called. Now let's check about the other vrill. What vrills do? You see, if I increase it, the effect increases, right? Now let's talk about the next pixelate. How pixelate works. See, that's how the sprite becomes. Now mosaic will make it turn to different numbers. So it's 100. Then we put it 5. So it will turn it to that ratio, right? If you put it to, let's say 15, that's how it turns to different number of images. Then brightness effect. So let's say if you put to 50, see how bright it becomes. If you want to see ghost effect, that's how the ghost effects work, right? So these are the effects, graphic effects, which you can apply on your sprite in the Scratch. Okay. Now let's talk about the other blocks. Set color effect. So set color, obviously, the change will change and set will particularly set it to that specifically, right? So set color to 0. So that will become normal, right? Now, same way you can change the other effects. For example, you have set it different effects to it, right? And you want to clear all the graphic effects. Okay, so what you can use is clear graphic effects to clear, wipe out all the graphic effects. Okay, so you use this block show to show the sprite and hide to hide the sprite. So let's suppose I put the hide, it will hide. Okay, now you see here also it got hidden. If I want to show it, it is shown. Okay, I hope show and hide also you understood. Let's go to the next. Go to front layer, go to forward layer. Let's understand about this. See, if you have, let's say, there is one sprite, right? Now, let's say I'm having a balloon. I'm having a bell also. So how many sprites do we have here? 3 sprites, right? How many sprites? 3 sprites. So what if I want, right now the balloon is coming on the face of what? Cat, right? So you want the cat to go to front, right? So that this balloon will become the back. So you click over here, it will happen, right? But what if we have a bell also? You will say you can use this one also, right? You want, let's say you want bell to be at the back of the balloon also. So which block you can use? You can use this block. See, let's take the event for the bell. Now we are talking about the bell. Okay, you want the bell to be back of what? One layer is of the cat and second layer is of the balloon. So you want it to go backward by 2 layers. So you will use this backward by 2 layers. Okay, so that's how it became backward. So I hope you understood the difference between this one, go front or back, and the other one, right? So this will help you to go layer by layer, front or back, and that will be for normal projects when you are not having more than 2 layers. Okay, so that is perfectly used for different layers. All right, so I hope these blocks are clear. Motion block and the look block, till now we have covered these, right? Now in the next classes we'll be covering about the sound block and then further on. Okay. So now we'll be starting with the next block, that is our sound block. See, if you're making any animation, if you're making any story and anything, any game, see if they don't have any sound in it, that will become boring. You won't like to play any game which don't have any sound, right? Sound give us a good feedback. For example, if the sprite is jumping, if your character is jumping, you will love to have a sound at that point, right? If it is scoring a score, you want a sound to be there, right? If the enemy hit you, you want a sound. So there are many events at that time, you want some good sound to be there. So we will be learning about the sound block today in Scratch. So now I'm going to share my screen with you. I hope you can see the screen clearly. Now we have a sound block, which is a pink block. You can see we have play sound, then we have a start sound, stop all sounds, change pitch, set pitch, clear sound, and there are many more blocks in it. So let's study them one by one. Let's understand use of them one by one. So on our screen, we have again our cat that is known as the Scratch cat. Okay, so let's have a look at this. First, I will take some event. So that is when the green flag is clicked. So I want the sound to be played. So play sound. You heard the sound, right? So we have until done. So this block will be played, or the sound will be played until the whole script is done, right? Then we have another. If you just want to start the sound, you have this block. Okay. Now, if you want to stop all the sounds which are being played, let's say there are certain sounds which you have put it for the background, there are many other things or many other sounds which you have put it, and at the last you want to stop, or at some event you want to stop. So you can use this block, stop all sounds. Okay. Then let's have a look at this. Let's say we'll take some sound. Now let's have a look at this block. It says about the pitch and pan left right. So let's understand about this. What is the pitch? What is pan left right? And how it will make the difference in your sound. Okay. So what is pitch? See, if I use the pitch effect by 10, see what happens. You must have not observed any considerable change. Let me do it for 70. Now see. So it became what? It became little sharp, right? Because the pitch increased. Now let's make it 100 and see what happens. You see, it became more sharper. So this is pitch effect. If you don't want, you will reduce it and you will keep it 10. Okay. Now let's have a look at the other one, that is pen left right. Now what it do? Okay. Let's understand what it do. Pen left right. If you increase, let's say, if I'm increasing the value to the positive, let's say 70, what will happen? Just observe it. Sound came from right side. If you are increasing the value, see what happens. I'm putting it to 100. Completely the sound is coming from, it appears, or it, like, you will feel that it is coming from the right hand side. Your right ear will hear it. Now if I make it minus 100, just the opposite, the sound shifted towards the left. Okay, so this is what pen left right do. Okay, now let's see what it is. Now this is set, that was changed, this is set. This will just instantly set that value to that. Okay, unlike change, this will instantly do it. So this is pitch and pen left right. So this is same as this, but it is change and this is set. Now if you want to clear all the sound effects, you can use this. Okay, clear sound effects. Now what is this? Change volume. So change volume will increase or decrease the volume of the sound which you are using in your project. If you want, you can increase it to, let's say without volume. If you hear, now let's increase the volume. Let's make it 100. Right? Now if I make it, let's say, minus 10. Let me make it minus 80. You heard the sound decreased. So that's how change volume works. And set volume will set it instantly at that particular volume which you want. Okay, so this is what all about the sound block. I hope you liked it, and if you want to change more in this, you will go to this. For example, you want to change the name of the sound. Okay, you can change it from here. For example, you want to make your own sound, you can record here with this option, right? That's how you can record. You'll click here and you will get this. Once you click this, you record it and just use the button to, you will click this and then you can record your own sound and use it in your project. Okay, now next is, if you want any other sound, you can go there, you can search in this sound library and you will get whatever sounds you want. So you can see there are many sounds. See, different variety of sounds is here in your sound library. Any effect you can see. If I play just like this, you can play and see, and whichever you want you can keep. You can make it faster, you can make it slower, you can make it louder, right? You can make it softer, mute, fade in, fade out, reverse, robotic sounds. So you can do any changes whatever you want in your particular sound file, whichever you are choosing. Okay, I hope you understood this block. Now in the next class you will be learning about the event block. Thank you so much. Keep subscribing the channel, and if you're liking it, share it with your other friends so that your friends can also learn coding. In this class, you will be learning about the next block, that is event block. If you have finished the previous one, then you can watch this class and you can start practicing along with me. Okay, so what is event? First of all, let's understand that. Event means when, because of one action, the other action happens. Let's say if I click on the switch, what will happen? The light will get off of this room. So what is the event? That is clicking of that button, right? In programming, if you click a button, mouse button, what will happen? That click of the button will be the event, and because of that, your sprite can start running, right? So that will be the action which happened because of the event. So there are various kinds of events which we can see. So let's have a look at Scratch. So as you can see, we have event block, that is this color, yellow in color. So you can see you are well aware about this event, that is when the green flag is clicked, do all the script which is attached with it, right? Then apart from that, we have another block that says when any key is pressed. Now here you can press space bar. If you press the space bar, whatever you want things to happen, just write it after that. Up arrow key is pressed, you want this to go up, you can use that. You can control the sprite using down arrow, right arrow, left arrow. So whatever you want, any key whichever you want to attach, you can select it. It covers all the alphabets and from 0 to 9 all the counting. Okay, then we have another event which we can use when this sprite is clicked. So when this sprite is clicked, something will happen which you attach with this block. Okay, then apart from this, we have when the backdrop switches to some particular backdrop, right? Right now we don't have any backdrop. If we have any other, and if you want on that backdrop something should happen, then you will use this block. Okay, then we have when the loudness is greater than 10. Okay, so when the loudness, when around, like for example, you're running your project and some loudness is there, like clapping sound or someone is speaking, that sound. So according to that also you can make some very good changes in your project. Okay, then we have what, when I receive message. Okay, so this is also an event block. All right, and these I will be covering these three blocks separately after this class. Okay, so this is the broadcast topic which I'll be covering in a separate class. So in this class, we'll be covering till here. All right. So now let's have a look at this. When you press the up arrow key, I want this to go up. So what will I do? We have already learned about the motion block. So let's go there. We want it to move up, right? So we have here change y by some positive number. Let's see if it happens. I'm stopping this and now I will be clicking on this. So see, when I'm clicking on up arrow key, what is happening? It is going up by 10 steps whenever I'm clicking, right? Same way you can use the down arrow key, but for that you will be putting here which value? Think it's negative value. Okay, you can change the number, how much you want the steps. Okay, so that's how it's going down. Now if I want it to go left or right, so what I need now the axis will be x-axis. So I need change x value. So if you have not understood this yet, it means you have missed the motion class in which I explained about the coordinates, in which I explained about the axis. So this is the vertical axis, this is the horizontal axis. Okay, so this is horizontal axis, that is called as the x-axis. All right, so now see, if I'm putting the negative value, what is happening? If I'm pressing the right arrow, it's going left. It means it should be positive. If you want to do right motion, so what will you use? Positive value. And if you use the negative value, it will go to the left side. So you will use it on left arrow. I hope that is also clear. All right. So now let's have a look at this one, when the sprite is clicked. So when the sprite is clicked, I want my sprite to go in random motion, like it should perform random motion. So let's do, I want it to glide to the random position when I click on it. So let's see how it works. Okay, so if I press it, just see how it works. I'm clicking on it, on the sprite, so it is performing glide in random motion, right? That's how it works. Okay, now let's have a look at this block. What it do? When the backdrop switches to backdrop 1. So for example, I don't have any backdrop. So first of all, I'm going to get one backdrop. So let's say one is Arctic, and in the backdrops I will go and I will take one more backdrop. I'll first delete this empty one, and then I'm going to take one more. Let's say I'm going to take this beach. Okay, so now I can say, I'll click again on this sprite. I'll tell the sprite when it is Arctic, what will you do? You will, let's say you will show me different colors. Now we have learned in the looks block this color, change color effect pack, and I will do it with the forever block. Forever block keeps on repeating the things. Okay, so what will happen when this will be the Arctic? It will do what? It will show the color effect. Okay, so now how we will do? Let's do, okay, let's do it like this. When the green flag is clicked, after 1 second, what you need to do, you need to change the backdrop. So let's go to the look again, switch the backdrop to Arctic. Okay, now let's play. So after 1 second, see, when the Arctic got changed, what happened? The sprite start performing this effect, color effect, because you gave this command to the computer. Okay, so that's how this works when the backdrop switches to particular. Okay, then do all these things. All right, now what is this loudness concept? Let's work on this. So I want the color should change according to the loudness. Okay, so I'm sorry, my battery is low, so we'll just cover this topic first of all. Okay, all right, guys, now we will understand about the loudness topic. So if the loudness is greater than what? If the loudness is greater than 10, what will happen? It will change the color. So let's see. I will clap. We'll be covering a topic, a event which is related to loudness. Means if there is any noise around you, it could be clapping sound, it could be what you are speaking, that sound, or any other sound. Okay, so according to that also you can play and you can create animations in the Scratch. Yes, let's have a look at that and let's see how we can do that. So we have this block here which says loudness, right? So first of all, I'm going to delete this. I'm going to take simple scratch cat and let's have a look at this. So when I took the loudness, when loudness is greater than some 10, let's make it very small. Let's make it 2. And now let's do a very wonderful thing, that is we will be changing the color. Okay, so I'm gonna take this change color effect. Okay, now see the way I'm speaking, see what is happening. The color is changing. You can see on the clap, the color is changing, right? So this is what this is called as the loudness effect. And the loudness event means when the event is when the loud sound is produced, do this. Whatever you write, it will follow. Okay, isn't it amazing? You must try it and then do write in the comment section below if you like it. Okay, so in the next class, we'll be covering these three. This is the broadcast topic and it is a very important topic. So don't miss it. So I'll meet you in the next class. So now in this class, we'll be covering the next block, that was broadcast block, right? It is in the event block only. So that is a complete broadcast topic. What is broadcasting? I'll tell you first of all. See, when you want more and more communication should happen between some sprites, right? So you use what? The broadcast topic. Now, what is broadcasting? Let's understand with the help of one example. Let's say I am here sitting and teaching a topic, and you and your three friends are also sitting. I want to tell you something, so I'll tell you do exercise number one, right? So I want all of you to do this, right? So instead of telling you, then to your three friends again and again, it means four times. I can just one time say this, right? And that will be called as broadcasting. It means I just said it to one, and then I just said it once, and then you all got it and you all started doing it, right? So that is broadcasting. Okay. For example, you want your one sprite to tell that do this, and then all other sprite started doing it. Now it doesn't mean that they will be doing the same action. It depends upon you what you want your script to do. Now let me explain you with the help of example. Okay, so we have in the event this broadcast blocks. As you can see, these are the broadcast blocks. Okay, so for example, you want your cat. Let's say we are taking one cat and let's take three mouses. Okay, so let me take the mouse, one mouse. If you want to duplicate what we do, just right click on it and duplicate and duplicate. Okay, now what you are going to say, you want this cat to broadcast something, right? To broadcast what? To broadcast a message. Now, how to create a broadcast message? You click on it, you click on the new message, and you will write here. Let's say danger. So a cat is coming and will attack on the mouse. So I'm creating a message that is danger. So what it will be throwing? Danger message. Okay. And who will be receiving? All these three sprites, these mouses, right? Let's name it as Tom. I hope you guys like Tom and Jerry. It was my favorite. I really don't know whether you like it or not. Let's name it as Jerry 1, Jerry 2, and Jerry 3. Okay, done. So now, see, we have three mouses. Okay, Jerry 1, Jerry 2, Jerry 3, and we have one tomcat. So Tom is telling which broadcast message? Danger. Now, who will receive it? This. So you will say, when I receive danger, what will I do? I will, let's go to motion. Let's tell him to move and turn little bit, right? Let's reduce this turn to this, and let's do it in the forever so that it keeps on doing. Okay, now let's play this to see what happens. So you see, one mouse is receiving broadcast message which is thrown by whom? The cat, right? So right now we have only told it to throw the message, that is broadcast the message, nothing else. If you want, you can add much more blocks. You can see, hey, I will eat you all, right? Like this you can say. So let's stop and play. Hey, I will eat you all. Like this, you can make it fancy, right? Now, Jerry 1 is doing something. Now let's go to Jerry 2. Let's go to again events. And when I receive danger, what will I do? So Jerry 2, you will do something. Let's make him go to random position. So again, motion. So glide into the random position. In we will we want the motion to be very slow. So I am increasing the time. Okay, in 3 seconds. And also I want this to forever happen. So I'm just keeping it in forever. Let's stop and let's see. Now you see, two mouses are receiving. Jerry 1 and Jerry 2 are have started receiving what? Broadcast message. So they are performing according to that. What about Jerry 3? Let's say when the Jerry 3 receives this danger broadcast message, he will speak, what he will say. Oh no, I want to run away. Right, and also you can also change it next costume if it has. Let's go and check if it has. Yes, it has next costume, you can see. So let's make him change the next costume, and let's change his size, or not change his size, let's make him move. Okay, let's make him move. Okay, so that's it. We will keep it in the forever, and that's it. Now stop and let's see. Now all will be receiving all together just one message. You see? So this is called as the broadcast topic. I hope you guys understood this. And if you have any doubt, you can write it in the comment section below. We will meet in the next video. Now in this video, in this class, we are going to cover the next block, that is the control block. So whenever you want some control over your computer and you want that there should be some conditions in your programming, that if this condition fulfilled, then do this. Or Sprite, let's say we were doing the Tom and Jerry. Yes, we were doing the Tom and Jerry story. So in that, what we did, there was the Tom and there was three Jerrys, Jerry 1, Jerry 2 and Jerry 3. So what we want, let's say you want if the Tom touches any of the Jerry, then the background should change, right? So how to do that? If when that comes, if comes, it means you are having more control. You want to have more control over the computer, right? You want to put some conditions in your programming. So then comes to work of what? Then the work of control block comes. Okay, so how can we do that? What we can do that? So how can we do that? So how can we do that? We can do it using this control. So how can we do that? We will be using wait block, repeat block, forever block. Which one? Let's see. In the control block, you see wait block. Wait means if you want to introduce some pause in your script, you can use the wait block. Okay. For example, if you want to repeat certain number of times instead of forever keeps on doing it. But if you want to repeat it for certain number of times, let's say you wanted this Tom to repeat what? This, hey, I will eat you, for 2 times, right? So you will use this. Now let's play and see. Hey, I will eat you all. Hey, I will eat you all. So total 4 seconds it got repeated. Okay, so that's how the repeat block works. Certain number of times you can use this. Now forever, you already know that it will keep on repeating. It won't stop anything, whatever you put inside it. Now we have the block if then. So what does it do? If you have any condition, let's say if, now we will also learn all together about the sensing blocks. Sensing means when something is touching, when there is a sense, right? So when, let's say, one color is touching the other color, you can use this block. When you are touching any one color, you can use this block. If you are touching the mouse pointer or any other sprite, you can use this block. So I'm just using this block. This is a Boolean block. Now what are Boolean blocks? Boolean blocks means which have only two values, either true or false. Okay, so it can either be true or it can either be false, right? So you are telling if this Tom touches what? Jerry 3, let's say. If it touches the Jerry 3, then what will happen? I want Jerry 3 to hide after 1 second of wait, right? So you will use like this, and let's put it here. Now let's click, and also let it go towards it. Now you want what? You want this glide point. So first it will glide to this and then this will happen. So let me just correct it. Okay. Now what will happen? First it will broadcast the danger message. Then it will say, hey, I will eat you all. Then it will glide towards this. I'm again putting it here. And if it touching this Jerry 3, then after 1 second of wait, who will hide? This cat will hide. See, we have done it wrong. Yeah. So who hide it? The cat got hided. This is wrong, right? We need to correct it. So how will we correct it? Let's do it. Right. So as you can see, we have a Tom here. I have told the Tom every time when the green flag is clicked, you need to start from this position using the go to instruction. Okay. And then we have also attached some sound in it so that it produces some sound and say something. And then it will start moving towards the third mouse. And when it will go towards the third mouse, what will happen? The moment it touches it, so we have to wait until this condition become true, that is the touches. Using the sensing block we have done this. So that will happen, then it will hide. See, you saw? So that's how we performed it. I want to show you some coding which we have done for the third mouse. When I receive danger, show wait until. Show wait until what? Touching by the Tom. So the moment it got touched by the Tom, what will happen? It will hide. And we have instructed the Tom like this. So I hope you like this. See, we have more blocks to discuss. We have lots and lots of detailed thing to do if you want to do, and if you want to learn more coding and you want to do some advanced coding in Scratch platform, then you can contact me on my mail ID and I will surely be helping you with some really good assignments. We'll make some games, we'll make some animation stories. Okay, so you can see there are many more blocks to study which I cannot cover in this series, but yeah, if it possible then I will make another series. And if you want to learn one-on-one, then you can contact me on my mail ID. So you can see this is the variable block in which you can create variables. Basically, when you are making games, so you will be needing this. Okay, you will need variables. You will need to create variables like score, life. So all these things you need while you are creating a game. And then sensing block is very, very important. So if you want to learn, just contact me on my mail ID and I will surely guide you. Okay, I hope you understood about the basic concepts of Scratch blocks. I hope each and every block is clear. So with this, I would like to end this series. If you like it and if you want me to make the advanced series on Scratch, then do let me know and comment down below, or you can also write me on my mail ID